Hello, this is James Spann, and this is going to be a little discussion of how we do the WeatherBrains podcast every week. First thing we bring up here, and by the way, this is a MacBook Pro, an older model. This is 3 years old. I bought this in 2008, so the new models are a whole lot faster. But Audio Hijack Pro is really the program we use to kind of make the magic. This enables you to capture audio from specific applications or from the whole system. And we're going to do several things here. First off, we've got a capture called Skype Host, and that happens to be me, and that's simply my microphone. I'm using a Heil PR40, the greatest mic in the world. Bob Heil is the best. And I'm using a Firewire interface, the Duet by Apogee. So what we're going to do is hijack that. And what that's doing, that is routing my audio from this microphone to a virtual device called Soundflower. Notice the output device, and that's very important. We have to do some little magic to make all this work. And also on the effects side, I've got a couple of little dynamics processors. In fact, I bypassed one of them, but that's just to process the audio, make it sound a little better. All right, now we're going to go to Skype, and we're going to hijack that. And this is obviously how we get everybody else on the show, and that they are somewhere far, far away. And so Skype will be coming up. And notice on the effects, this is very important. On the Skype side, you got the channel tweaker. And this is kill left. Okay, we're using some magic with the channels. We're going to kill the left channel with the audio tweaker. And then we're going to duplicate the right channel. Okay, so we got to have those two effects in there. On the input side, again, all you have to do is just bring up Skype and hijack it. And then finally, Soundboard, we're going to hijack that. This is a wonderful application. This is too cool for an old radio guy that's old enough to remember cart machines. You had to stick these audio carts in the machines and everything. It's a virtual cart machine. And let's say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs here. These are the primary WeatherBrains elements we use, like the buzzer and the letters intro. You know, that we got letters, the email intro, and the WeatherBrains 101 and This Week in Weather History, and all the goofy songs we play. All of this is done here in Soundboard. And again, I got this routed over into Soundflower Channel 2, so it goes to Skype. That way our folks can hear that are on the show instead of just me hearing it. So once you got all that hijacked and routed properly, all you do is click on record for the Skype host. That records my channel only. And then you click on Skype and record Skype, and that records everybody else. So when you're done, you've got 2 audio files, one for me, one for everybody else. I mix them down in GarageBand, and after I mix them in GarageBand, and all you're doing is just laying the 2 tracks together. There's nothing fancy there. Do a little more processing, and that's totally not necessary. I just do it because I can. Then I use a program called Levelator, which is very simple. It's a little utility here. It's free from the Conversations Network, and all you do is drop your file onto Levelator, and it basically balances the levels just to make it sound better, more professional. And then after it's done, after you've got the output from the Levelator, I convert that to an MP3 file, and then use a program called Feeder. Whoops. Can you tell I use Quicksilver? I'm a big Quicksilver fan. That's an app launcher and does a lot of other cool things as well. This is Feeder, and again, we're using this to generate the XML file and upload the podcast to the web server. And that's a wonderful utility. In fact, notice over here I'm using it for not only WeatherBrains, but another show we do called Just Talking It Up, and the Weather Extreme videos I do on the Weather blog, and the audio forecast as well. In fact, that one's ready to be published right there. So there you go. It's not as hard as it seems. And by the way, I do use, if you can see here, spaces. I've got 4 spaces, kind of do all the mixing and all the magical stuff for the shows down here, and I've got the web browser and the email up in the upper left, and the instant message stuff there and there on the right. But, you know, that's all personal preference kind of stuff. So that's the way it works. And again, if you have any questions, something, I'll be glad to help answer them. But again, I'm doing it all with no mixer, no external mixer. This is done on one MacBook Pro, and that's it. Pretty cool, huh? All right, we'll see you later and hope to catch you soon on WeatherBrains.